It is the Riot podcast for Wednesday. I was planning ahead for tomorrow.
I know you're working ahead on that.
I already think it's Thursday, but it is Wednesday, December 15th.
And a lot of times, as the week goes on, I feel like we get more excited and maybe more energized. But I feel like this week, every day we get closer to the end, we're just getting like droopier and more tired and more depressed and sad. And it's just like, we have got to get to the end of this week.
Yeah, well, Nikki especially has a vacation coming up a little bit before Isaiah and I, so I think she's really looking
I've written you all off.
Yeah,
right.
She's
I'm
so
showing
excited.
up, but I'm not really here.
The shows the rest of this week don't even count for Nikki. Yeah.
No, it's hard because I have to do all my work before I take time off.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm working so far ahead on certain things that to me, Christmas has already happened, and I'm losing it. And I need to get, Monday will be my last day, and I need a break.
Yeah, don't we all?
You can have that after, guys. Thanks for filling in for me while I get mine.
Yeah, right. So Isaiah, what is in the show today?
Well, we kicked off the show talking about how we are making progress on our Christmas shopping.
Nice.
Hudson in particular is becoming very close.
I'm getting there, and hopefully this is a warning right now. If you are related to me, don't listen, because I did spoil who I have in Secret Santa and what I'm giving them. So I'm taking a big risk here that my entire family isn't going to listen to the podcast, but I think, you know what? It's a pretty safe risk.
I think the listeners needed to hear what your family has going on.
Oh, yeah. You want to know what we're throwing around at the Hudson household.
That's right. Well, don't throw these around.
Yeah, right.
And then I'm also making my way through the Christmas shopping pretty well.
Oh, yeah?
I think I just have a couple more little things I'm going to grab, but for the most part, I would say that
for Nikki and I.
You have us. Don't just call us the little things
I mean, to be honest, I wasn't really counting that. I have to get that. I have to get that. Like, I have to get that tonight or tomorrow. But like,
Hudson, we're just work to him.
The Christmas shopping that I have to do, like going out and stuff, that's like all like, I don't know, like I wouldn't have to get more gifts, but I can if I want to.
But if worse comes to worse, you're good.
I'm good. Like I have something for everyone, which is important. Except for you guys. But
we're not important.
But I'm getting that. Yeah. I know. I've already put that down as a must-have.
We're going to have the shortest Riot podcast intro ever.
Yeah,
I know.
Let's just let Isaiah go. Yeah. We're not important to him.
No.
That's fine.
We talked about that. We also touched on some of the trendier food items of 2021. And I don't even really know what to make of that list. I mean, obviously the very top thing, like that, like I've heard a lot about that being more popular this year.
Yeah.
But everything else on the list, like it could have been anything. One of them was like deep dish Detroit pizza.
Yeah.
Like,
why is that experiencing a resurgence?
It's just showing
a surgence or a resurgence?
Basically from Grubhub. What are some of the top ordered things? So it just depends on even if you use Grubhub.
And you can see how trendy you are with your orders.
That's right.
Yeah, another thing, and I talked about this a little bit, like yesterday I was thinking about this, is like we talked about how people forget like what you got them from Christmas, like just the year before. And I had asked like this question to one of my roommates. I was like, what's like one of those things you really wanted when you were like younger, like you really asked for and you actually got, right? And I was like, I can't even think of anything that I ever got for Christmas under the age of like 15.
Really?
Like I can't think of any, like, because everyone's like, oh yeah, I got that Tonka truck or I got whatever. I can't think of like a single toy.
Oh, it was always like the gaming console.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember we got one from Nintendo and my mom didn't give it to us until after and she hid it in the bathroom.
Whoa.
And she's like, oh, will you go grab me something? And then there it was for my brother and I.
Yeah.
So we always would be like this was the one item you actually really wanted, but she'd play it off like you didn't get
it. Of course.
I had a similar experience. I got it was the gift to me and my brothers, a PlayStation one year. That was pretty big.
That's a big one.
Yep. And we do go on in the podcast, and when we were talking about forgettable Christmas gifts, we talk about some of the bad gifts my grandmother gave.
Oh, that's my favorite.
She did give good gifts every year when she was able. And again, this is showing what things are like in the Canadian household that we have. Is we are always excited to get the Tim Hortons, the McDonald's, I apologize, hockey card set every
oh
year.
my
And we were
gosh.
trying to complete the set.
Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
Sidney Crosby came along, and because of Sidney Crosby, he had a hand in ruining the Canadian McDonald's hockey card set tradition because they eventually stopped doing that.
Wow.
So that's one more reason to not like Sidney Crosby.
Yeah, we don't even know who he is. So how about we
That
think
was
about
so
this
dismissive.
for all of our moms that are listening?
Yeah.
I know we talked about, the gaming console being the thing. I would still like the OLED switch. So, Mom, you can still surprise me by hiding it in the bathroom when I come over for Christmas. So let's think about these ideas and let's think good thoughts about this.
Yeah, let's make it a memorable, happy Christmas.
Yeah, right.
With
And
lots of great gifts.
Hockey cards for Hudson.
Yeah, right. Well, I guess we'll see how memorable our gift cards are tomorrow in the Riot Live Christmas Party, where you can join us on the RadioU and RadioU Riot Facebook pages, and we'll look forward to seeing you then.
That's tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. So it's Thursday, the 16th, in the year 2021.
Yeah.
So make sure you join us for our Riot Christmas Party. And of course, it'll be up on our social media for you to watch after if you can't join us live.
And we'll check you then.
Bye.
You were one of the lucky few who missed the riot when they were live. Yet here you are.
I also like to live dangerously.
This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
So look at me, Nikki.
Yes.
Do I look a little different today?
Oh, you didn't get your hair cut, did
No,
you?
I did not.
You're wearing a hat as normal. Did you trim your beard?
No.
Did you?
No, okay, maybe you just can't see it.
Okay.
But do I look like somebody who's done almost all of his Christmas shopping?
Hey. Oh, I thought you had like a glow about you.
Yeah,
so that's
see,
what that
I knew
is?
it. I knew it.
Ooh.
Yep. I have a glow a lot of times, but this is a specific glow. This is the Christmas shopping glow.
It's a red and green one.
Yeah. And so I've got almost everything taken care of.
Nice.
I've got, and the truth is that means my wife got almost everything taken care of. And then
It's a team effort.
I did get the stuff for the Christmas party here at RadioU tomorrow night.
Nice.
So you and Isaiah are taken care of.
Good.
I just have a straggler or two. One of them is my wife. That's a pretty big straggler.
That
But we'll
is.
take care of that.
That is. You
We'll
need
get
to fix that.
Yeah. Well,
But
we got that locked down. We'll figure it out.
I'm sure we only came first because tomorrow night is our Riot Christmas party.
Right. You had to be ahead of schedule.
We did. We come before Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
So that is tomorrow. Make sure you join us. We're going to be exchanging the gifts that Hudson now has. We've got a ton of candy canes to try. We've got Christmas movie trivia tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on our RadioU Facebook page.
Quite exciting. And can I tell you, you ever get a Christmas gift for somebody else that you're just really excited about?
Yeah, and you want to give it to them now.
Yeah. And this one sucks because it's for the Secret Santa person that I drew in my family.
Oh, so it's not mine.
No. Well, I mean, I'm excited about yours and Isaiah's too. You guys are going to be very happy
Well,
with
when do
what
you
I
get
got
to
you.
give the other person theirs?
Sometime closer to New Year's.
Oh, you have to
Yeah,
wait.
I have to wait a
Aw.
while. So I should get it in the mail, so I'll get to, or from Amazon.
Yeah.
So I'll get to see it ahead of time. But I just psyched. You know what? I don't think he's listening. The person I drew for, but I got him a set of knives.
Are we whispering?
Yeah, so he
Okay.
doesn't hear.
Like kitchen knives or
Yeah,
like
kitchen
samurai
knives.
like
Oh no, like a set of kitchen knives.
Okay.
They're branded off of a hockey team. that
Oh
he-
my gosh. I was like, wait, this feels so not like Hudson. Now it does.
Yes.
Now it does. It's hockey knives.
Yeah, he would. Well, I mean, again, he's not listening. I doubt anybody in my family's listening. So I'll just say,
Just spill it.
He is a big Red Wings fan.
Yeah.
A Detroit Red Wings fan in hockey. And the last time we saw him, he did not put down, like when the game was on, he wouldn't stop watching. And I think he might, like to cut his way around a few meats.
So why not?
So yeah.
That's the best of both.
You know what? I'm sure he does not have them.
Sure.
So that's like one of the main parts of buying a Christmas gift, right? You just want to get something you're sure they don't have.
Well, now I'm
Sure he
invested.
doesn't have
So
that.
tell me how it goes when you give it to
All
him.
right.
I
When we
wanna know.
resume after New Year's,
Yeah,
I will
tell
let you
us.
know if that's a popular gift or not.
I love that. You're like, oh, knives. Okay. Oh, it's a hockey
yeah,
team
right.
knives.
They're not
There
like
it is.
Ronco or whatever.
No,
We're
no.
actually cheaper than that. So
Good. I can't imagine.
yeah. So there we go. Well, that's what I'm excited about.
Nice. You can sharpen your skates with them too.
Oh, that's exactly right. You can use them as skates.
If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. The Riot, RadioU.
You could get on your Alexa-enabled device now.
Is there another voice?
There's a fun new voice.
Oh, I don't have an Alexa, so I don't.
You don't?
I just use Google Homes.
Yeah.
So I assume it's the same.
Did you say Google Homes?
Well, I have more than one home.
More than one. Okay.
I have more than one home. I have more than one homes in my home, but I assume it's the same sort of principle.
Yes, it is. So all you need to do if you want to enable the new fun voice is say, Alexa, enable Hey Santa.
Oh, that's
and then you can have
cute.
Santa be your Alexa voice.
Nice.
And not only can you just get Santa to do regular Alexa things like, set a timer or whatever, but apparently Santa will also tell you jokes and Christmas stories and sing Christmas songs. He'll do it all for you.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I like that. Is that the first time they've done it?
I
Or
believe
do
that it is.
They remind you every year that they do this?
It seems to be the first time they've ever done it. So you say, Alexa, enable Hey Santa, then Santa voice will take over, and then I guess you start saying Hey Santa,
And then
instead of Hey
works.
Alexa or whatever. But that made me think of that old Christmas song, and I think that would confuse the Santa thing.
Which
you know
one?
the one where it's like, Hey Santa, Santa. You know that one?
You and your old Christmas songs.
It's not that old. It's from the 90s. I think it's like Amy Grant or something like that.
I don't think so.
It was a popular song. They still play it.
Sure.
Not as much as the holiday season one.
Hudson is the youngest, oldest that I have.
It's not that old of a song.
Yes, it is.
It's kind of old, but it's not like Andy Williams old.
It's all old to me. So what you can do is ask Santa, say, Hey, Santa, am I naughty or nice? And then you'll be asked a series of questions to work out whether you're getting any presents this year or if you're getting coal on Christmas.
I don't know if I want to know that ahead of time.
You're like, how's been the year?
Yeah.
He'll help you figure out, like he'll tell you about his reindeer, his favorite food. You just always
Wait, he
say,
has a
Hey,
favorite
Santa.
reindeer?
His reindeer.
Oh, okay.
And favorite food.
I just didn't want to know if
What if the favorite food is reindeer?
Oh, no. Hey, they got to do something once they can't fly anymore.
I don't want to know about that part.
I imagine the reindeer are kind of like the, how do you put, like one of those bands where the band name stays the same even though the members are always changing.
Oh, they're always changing,
So
sure.
the deer's names stay the same even though the deer cycle in and out as they age in and out of suitable flying abilities.
Well, if you have an Alexa, you can change the Alexa to say, Hey, Santa, and just say, Alexa, which if I say it, I'll be enabling it for
are
all
you
of you
setting
guys.
it
So
off?
I won't
I think
say
we've
it
already
all.
done that a couple times.
I won't say it all.
And then we've set it off by singing the Hey Santa song. So.
Oh, well, I'm afraid copyright. That was so spot on from whatever that song must be. I'm worried.
Yeah, I looked it up. It's I think it's Carrie and Ann Wilson, whoever that is.
great.
It's a classic.
Yeah,
a Christmas classic.
Sounds like it is.
Add it to your Spotify playlist.
Yes. Oh, hey, Santa.
Hey Santa.
Just add it to the list. Can
I
you
don't know.
please find some newer things? Please.
2 is better than 1. Unless we're talking about The Riot. The Riot, RadioU.
Isaiah, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome in. You found this list for us. Grubhub has shared their trendiest food of 2021. Their year in review.
Let's see how on trend we are.
Yeah, the number one item, the most trendiest
From this
item
past year?
of 2021 on Grubhub, the Impossible Cheeseburger.
All right.
I
Very
don't know
trendy.
exactly how they define what makes it trendy. Maybe like the biggest increase in orders
I think
year
that's
over
what it
year.
is, yeah.
So Impossible Cheeseburger, and was it just yesterday we were talking about how none of us have had a fake meat burger?
Well, I have.
Yeah?
But we haven't had the fake 3D printed steak.
Oh yeah, nobody's had that yet. That'll be next year.
That's next year's trend.
Yeah.
It was a bit more than just an Impossible Burger.
Let's see.
But faux meat and things along that
yeah.
were so trendy this year.
That was huge. The rest of the top 5 for trendy items: a shredded pork taco came in at number
Nice.
2. Apple pecan chicken salad Detroit deep dish pizza. Now you're talking.
There it is.
Now you're talking.
I love it.
Yes, the jet style.
That's right.
And a margarita was number 5.
Jet style, the expensive style.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's right. Hey, it's the good style.
So
is
the
what it
number
is.
one side dish they're saying is chips and pico de gallo. Dessert, strawberry shortcake sundae.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And
Who can afford dessert when you're getting
Grubhub.
Grubhub
Yeah.
or sides?
The biggest order on the list this year was 200 bacon cheeseburgers.
Someone did that?
Someone did 200 bacon. I thought it'd be bigger.
That's what I was thinking. I feel like that's a little bit low. I feel like that's not that high. 200?
That
That's like a
depends on where
party.
you
It
got 'em
depends
from.
on, that is not a party we're allowed to have.
Not here.
It depends on, like, were they sliders? Were they like full big cheeseburgers? Where were they from?
I think they had to be the big kind, right?
Yeah.
You think
Because
so?
even John Daly yesterday, we talked about, he ordered like $400 worth of Taco Bell. If these are the cheap bacon cheeseburgers, then that's only like $500. Not that impressive.
No,
but
that's
if
a
it's
lot.
if it's like full size, that's like $2,000.
Would it be embarrassing if
At
you saw
least.
this list? You're like, that was my order.
Yeah, that was us, guys.
I thought it
Or
was
would you be
private.
like, look, we made it. We made it. We made the top of the list.
Now you know that next year for Grubhub, you have to order 201
yeah.
cheeseburgers in order to make the list.
So let's see. They also have a few different things about states.
Yeah.
Like which state tips the most on average? Would you like to guess?
It's got to be a nice state. I guess I shouldn't
Like,
say
what
what
do
I
you-
think is a nice state. I don't know. Pass. I'll just hear what
Isaiah.
it is.
I'll guess, like, I don't know, like California.
California? No, but you're in the right region, kind of. It's New Mexico.
I was pretty close.
Yeah,
very
not
nice.
bad. Let's see. Did you know the state with the most late night orders?
New York.
That's a good guess.
Actually, that's a good guess, but no. Again, in the right region, it is Rhode Island.
Oh, really?
Ah,
Yeah,
Rhode
right?
Island stays up late.
Yeah,
Why?
They're partying,
Who
I
knew?
guess.
I kind of thought.
I'm sorry. I thought you went to bed early.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Okay.
All of our Rhode Island listeners just turned off the radio.
no, they
Yeah.
thought that too.
We are so well. They haven't even turned it on because they're still up from last night. Let's see the highest spending state. This one is not a surprise when you actually think about it.
The highest spending?
Yeah, like they call it the high roller state.
I would say Nevada or California.
Actually, no.
I would
Isaiah?
say New York.
no.
That's a pretty
Also
good
no.
guess.
It is Alaska.
oh, that's just because it's so expensive.
Yeah, right. Probably because everything is so
sure.
expensive there, and maybe Hawaii would be a close second.
Oh, yeah,
so.
true.
The most romantic state. Would you like to know the highest percentage of 2-dish orders?
What
one
about
for you,
that-
one for me.
What about what state is the one that has like the hot tubs made out of the champagne glasses?
Oh, yeah.
Is that it? The
I don't know what
Poconos?
state that. Oh yeah, I don't. Well, most of those aren't in use anymore. They're all abandoned.
So that-
but
it's
that's
not that?
Pennsylvania, and that's a
Yeah.
no. It is North Dakota. They're going on a lot of dates, Grubhub dates in
Well,
North
like-
Dakota. It seems.
I feel like you must, like, that's like the only thing to do is go on dates, isn't it? It seems like it,
You're
right?
This has turned into not what is popular food from this year, but what our critiques of each state
Yeah,
are.
exactly.
right.
What we think of each state is that what this is now.
North Dakota, I had no idea you were so romantic.
We're like the Don Rickles of.
what is your whole...
Don Rickles.
You just please stop.
He's a-
Please.
like the original famous insult comedian.
He is?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
And he just died a few years ago. I think he was the voice of Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, now I know.
Who would
there
have
you
thought
go.
that at some point in this show we would have referenced the man who voiced Mr. Potato
Yeah,
Head?
Hey
Of course.
Santa
Yeah.
and Don Rickles. We're off to.
Well, the last
quite
one,
the
let's do
morning.
the most chill state, which is Hawaii. And that's the highest percentage of weekend orders and nights and stuff. So it's just pretty chill.
Of course, Hawaii, having a good time.
So
just
that's the
chilling
Grubhub
out.
list from this year for their orders.
Well, this was a nice look at each of the states and all the problems they each have. Why we dislike all of them in their own unique way.
Worst of the Riot podcast.
Do you remember? I guess it was like about 2 years ago now, maybe even 3 years ago, that the trend was supposed to be non-alcoholic alcohol.
Yeah.
Remember? There were like
Heineken did a big push.
Yeah, you could tell it was supposed to be a trend because they were Heineken put a commercial during the Super Bowl of, we have a new non-alcoholic beer. They were really trying to push it.
That was the one where the guy was driving and then doesn't he get pulled over?
I think so,
yeah. I think you're in trouble. And the guy's like, nuh-uh. That was the whole commercial.
Because that's how it would work.
That's the whole
campaign.
campaign.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want a drink that will get you pulled over for doing nothing wrong.
Nope.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned Heineken because Heineken is now being sued because of their non-alcoholic beer. They are facing a lawsuit from a woman in Louisiana who alleges, she doesn't really, what she alleges is that she wanted a true non-alcoholic drink.
Yeah.
And what Heineken gave her and is giving everyone is a drink that has 0.03% alcohol, which still technically qualifies.
So it'd be
but
kinda
she's suing. She says there's too much alcohol in their non-alcoholic beer.
So it'd be like kombucha or something because it's basically because it's a fermented.
It's actually, I think it's even lower than kombucha.
It's a fermented drink, and when you have that, you get the tiniest bit of alcohol with it. The problem with the Heineken one is they're 0.0, 0.0 everywhere.
Well,
that's the whole campaign. It's on the bottles, and it's not 0.0.
And actually, it technically is because it's 0.03. Do you remember rounding?
Yes.
Rounding, if it's under 5, you round down.
Listen,
so
you
it's
don't round on
0.0.
bottles.
You don't?
Don't round down. You got to put the little round down sign.
Yeah. Heineken, so 0.0. Now, their defense is, one, it states on their website that it actually has 0.03 instead of 0.0, and that's just it. But they also say that there's all kinds of products that you just would consume every day
that you don't realize
that all have 0.3 alcohol.
Fine. Okay, if you want to do the round down game.
Yeah.
So Heineken also uses on their stuff the phrase alcohol free.
But so what should I get?
It's an advertising thing.
Yeah,
I feel
it's just a terminology thing. She technically has them, but I think she should truly be suing. I don't know, whoever regulates it, because the rules state that if it's below 0.5, like 0.5% alcohol, that they can call it non-alcoholic beer. So I guess that would be the FDA maybe regulates that. So maybe she should, it's not Heineken, they're just following the rules.
Heineken says they can't comment on this because it's a matter of the court since it's a lawsuit with it. But this is a part of the Louisiana Unfair Trade Practices Act. It violates the state consumer fraud where, you look at a product, it conveys something to you, alcohol-free, 0.0, and then finding out that it's not alcohol-free.
Yeah.
So that's why she's suing them.
How do you think she found out? Do you think she just innocently looked at the Heineken website and then had a gotcha moment?
I'm not
sure.
Or
do you think she drank 500 Heinekens and is like, well, I'm not feeling so good. Wait a minute.
Well, I don't know if it's 500 for the last one, but there's been stories of there's so many artisanal or very decorative alcohol right now. And so with a lot of the cans, you can't always tell right away that it's alcohol. And sometimes it's this and alcohol.
Right.
And so the advertising is a sticky thing because they're trying to sell you something. You just need to be aware what you're being sold.
Yeah. Well, I guess the
so that's
irony,
why she can sue.
The irony of the whole thing is, again, because like they mentioned bread. Your bread has a very small amount of alcohol in it.
Oh, is that why people love bread so much?
Yeah, right. That's why people get a little too crazy when they eat some bread.
That's completely why.
But they don't have to brand the bread as non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
So if Heineken just put out this and didn't even say it was non-alcoholic and just said this is, I don't know what they would say because everybody would assume. But if they just didn't even mention the non-alcoholic part, they couldn't get sued.
No, they would have to just put kind of alcohol free.
Yeah,
mostly
like an asterisk
alcohol.
or something.
Yeah, just something, and then the back on the bottle it says check our website for our full details.
Yeah,
it just needs to disclose it.
Come on, Heineken. It was so easy. Was it really worth it for all of this anyways?
Heineken, what if I got pulled over?
Everything you love about the riot, plus a handy-dandy fast-forward option. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
yesterday.
Yeah.
We talked about a guy. He was an expert in body language.
Yeah.
He was telling you how to determine if somebody is lying about liking your Christmas gift.
Or take it as how to learn how to be good at lying about if you receive a gift
what
this
not
Christmas.
to do. Do not blink a bunch, but also don't make too much eye contact. Somewhere in blink the normal amount. Figure out what your normal amount is and blink that much when you get a gift you don't like. But when you think about it, it's crazy that we even need that, because these are the people that we know and we love the most. And they can give us gifts as well as they know us, as much as they love us. They'll still give us a gift, and you're like, what? You're like,
I thought you knew me.
You thought I liked this? You thought I would need this?
And you
didn't even give me a gift
feelings.
receipt? Yeah, and of course you love them. Yeah, you don't want to hurt their feelings, but it's crazy. The people that supposedly know us best, even they don't actually know us as well as you might think. And we'll give you stuff that you don't even want, you don't even need, whatever. But here's what's great about God. God knows you so well that he would never do that. Jesus knows you so well. He's knows so much about your life that he's not going to give you a gift where he's like, where you're like, oh, God, come on, what the heck is this? God loves you so much that he's not going to give you anything you don't want or need. God knows exactly what you really do want and need in life, and not just stuff, but God knows what you actually need to get through life.
Sometimes before you even know you need it.
Yeah, of course. That's how well God knows you. And so even as much as your family members, your friends, like they help you get through, and even they don't know you that well, sometimes they don't always know the right thing to say, the thing that you need in that moment, the gift that you want. God does. And so think about how much that can help you through, get you through every single day. God wants to do that for you. He wants to help you out. He wants to take care of you in life. And all you need to do is ask, say, hey, God, I need that. I know there's stuff that sometimes I don't even know I need, but you do. And I want you to show me that. I want you to give me what I need. I want you to take care of me. And I want to know more about who you are. And Jesus will talk to you, and you guys can go from there. And it's going to change your life. It really will.
The worst podcast with the best listeners. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Have either of you two been to LaPorte County, Indiana?
I don't think so.
It's
maybe driving by it.
Yeah, I think I might have driven through because it's near Gary, Indiana, like the Chicago suburb area.
On the way to Chicago.
Yeah,
I think
on
I've
the
driven
lake,
through as
on
well.
the lake. So maybe we have a woman in LaPorte County, Indiana, whose first crime is spelling her name. Her name is Rebecca.
Yeah.
She spells it Rabecca.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a problem.
You want to stand out in a world of other Rebeccas.
Although it's not. I guess that's not her crime. It's her parents' crime.
Unless she changed it.
Yeah, right. Just to be a little different and to confuse everybody.
She was doomed from the start, it looks like.
Her name is Rebecca, and she was just caught by police. She had 3 outstanding warrants, it looks like, for her. Misdemeanor charges of battery, criminal mischief, and possession of paraphernalia. But what is impressive, or I guess I want to know if you guys think this is impressive or what.
All of her stuff that she's wanted for?
Well,
Yeah.
No.
Very, very impressive lineup
right?
there.
Hey, it's not easy to get picked up for criminal mischief, and she managed to do it.
Good job.
What she did was when the police were looking for her, they went to a residence where they learned that she likely was.
Yeah.
And so they were looking around for her. What they found was what they call a lightweight table, like not very significant, but there was the old classic bed sheets tied into a rope.
Yeah.
Tied to the bed, tied to the table there, and going out the window. And so they were not,
to try to make it seem like she
rappelled down the window.
Veteran move, yeah.
But the police were not fooled by this, so they continued looking. It turned out she was hiding in the refrigerator.
Hey!
Yeah, she almost
the
had him.
fridge.
She almost had him.
How do you even fit in the fridge?
That's what I was
right?
thinking. She must not have anything in there.
Was she very tiny? Is her fridge ginormous? Is it one of those? I know they say fridge, but it was more of a deep freeze situation because that sounds dangerous.
Well, maybe she removed some of the stuff, which is what they saw on the table, and then that's where they're like, I think that she's in the fridge.
Why is the ham and the bacon and the cucumbers all on the table? and they're still cold. That's suspicious. So
Well, they found her, and so she's been served with those arrest warrants.
do you give her credit for her creativity? She seemed like she had a plan there. Like there was more than one step involved in her trying to hide from the police.
I think that I would give her credit, but at the same time, I think if you've seen any movie, then you would know that, like,
You know to look.
yeah, you know that, oh man, there's a sheet going out the door, but this table's like 3 pounds. There's no way to actually be able to hold her.
Yeah, that was very attentive. That was fine police work there, Lou. Nikki. So what do
Lou
you think?
found Rebecca.
You give her any credit for at least taking one extra
Creative
step?
hiding?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think she's in trouble either way.
They're not usually hiding in the fridge in the movies. So.
Yeah, that's what I was
Or
thinking too.
Do you give the police the credit for not falling for her tricks?
Whoever found gets a half a day off.
Yes.
But then one criminal might get away.
Hey, well, it is what it is, you know.
He
It's the
still
best police
wins.
officer on the force.
Good job.
Yeah, so this is your day, LaPorte County, Indiana.
Half a
Hurry
day
up
off.
while that one guy is off. Or gal. We don't know.
You never know.
You never know.
The Riot promise is that they'll always have an opinion on everything they talk about. But that doesn't mean any of their opinions will make sense. This is The Riot on Radio U.
I want to see what you make of this survey, Nikki. One more about Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
We've talked to, not us personally, but in this survey, they've talked to 2,000 people. And they were asking them about forgettable Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
What percent of people forget the gifts, or how much gifts do they forget that they receive every year for Christmas? And let's see, they found that more than half, 53% of the gifts people received last year have already been forgotten.
Perfect.
So basically, half of the gifts you give, and half of the gifts you get, you're just not even going to remember coming up this time next year.
Let's think about that in a good way then, because that means if you're really stressing out about trying to find the perfect gift for that someone, most likely they won't remember the year after. So don't have so much anxiety about trying to find every single person in your life like the best gift.
So you're putting the positive spin on it of, if you give a bad gift, don't worry about it because they won't remember it anyways.
Just be thankful for whatever you're getting or whatever you're giving. But don't try to ruin Christmas by
taking it way too seriously.
Yeah, by being just so anxious about, again, trying to find the perfect gift for someone because they probably won't remember what you gave them.
Well, does this change your tune? It also found that 35% of people say that receiving a bad gift permanently affects their opinion of the giver.
Uh-oh. Well,
yeah.
no, 35%
Can
is
you
fine.
take back all of what you said?
I'm still staying with it. I am still sticking with it.
Yeah. So basically, I don't know. I guess there should be a little bit of pressure on you. You don't want to give just the worst gift.
Yeah, but
the flip side is, even if you give a really great gift, there's still a chance the person will forget it.
But what is a really bad gift? We probably in our lifetime have only gotten a handful of really bad gifts. Just because someone gives you a gift card to like not your top destination, that's not a bad gift.
Right.
It's still a gift card.
Do you have any?
I have lots in mind, but I can't say them.
You can't say them?
No, because the person could be hearing.
They really could.
Maybe I wouldn't want it to.
I can share some, and it's not a gift that I received. I mean, I've received a few, and there was one person in particular. I'll just say it because they're dead. It's my grandmother.
It's okay. Hudson's grandmother's back. Okay, what did she give you?
Well, it was nothing. For me personally, it wasn't anything too terribly memorable, but she just liked to give a million gifts.
Yeah.
And so, and her shooting percentage wasn't that great. Like, she was doing it like a baseball hitter. Like, if she got 3 out of 10, that's pretty good.
That's not bad.
But the one time that she particularly screwed up is she would, this is my dad's mother. She would give my mom underwear all the time.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
And no one brought it up to her? Like, don't do that?
I think it was like, you soft shoot around it sometimes, but I don't think anybody really confronted until this happened, where one time.
Until her funeral?
Yeah, right. Until the day she died. No, but one time she gave my mother underwear for, actually, I think it was her birthday. And just, you don't need to do that. You don't need to give her any underwear, but she somehow accidentally bought a pair of underwear that was like the biggest size imaginable.
Oh, no.
Nikki, I'm telling you, you and I could both fit in this pair of underwear.
Your mom must have been so mad.
That was the end
was that
of the
her mom or
Nope,
your
that
dad's?
is my dad's mom. So
that's even
my
worse.
mom's mother-in-law.
Oh, shivers.
Yes.
That falls under, that's a horrible gift.
There was there was 4 kids, like me and my 2 brothers and 1 sister. And I believe there's probably a picture out there of all 4 of us in these
the underwear
because they were so huge. And so
Okay.
that was the end of that.
That
was
falls under this bad gift category.
Yeah, that one is memorable. The gift wasn't even for me. I remember it. That's
Man,
how
your
bad it
mom
was.
must be the patience of a saint.
She did. She put up with that for a while. But I think that was a year where there was a harsher conversation had.
I see.
So just try not to give. I just think, maybe not underwear for anybody.
That's
Probably not the best gift.
Diamonds might be most girls' best friend, but for Nikki, it's DoorDash. The Riot on Radio U.
It is the story of the Arkansas waitress.
Yes.
She was tipped. She served a large party. She was tipped $4,400 in total.
It was for 2 servers.
Yes.
Not just her. It was for her and another server
and
who did the party.
So there was the servers, and they were tipped $4,400. It looks like in total. Mm-hmm. And
it was the 100 Club. Do you know what that is?
No, I do not.
So basically, everybody in the party was giving $100 for the tip that got pulled together.
That makes sense.
So everybody who was served, with the total being the $4,400.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody gave a bit towards the tip.
So $4,400 total. This pair of servers gets tipped, and then the next morning, the waitress gets fired.
Mm-hmm.
And
by phone too.
Yeah, over the phone. That's never a good situation, regardless. So what she's saying is she thinks she was fired because she claimed she was told to split the tip with other people that didn't work with the, they didn't work with this large group of customers. The restaurant is disputing this. They're saying she wasn't fired because of that at all. And the other servers that worked with her, that actually worked with this group, are the ones who split the tip with her, not anybody else.
Yeah.
And so she was fired for some other reasons. And so now the controversy ensues.
There's a lot to it, and I think maybe it would make more sense if I have ever served before.
Yeah.
But I've not, so I don't know the whole tipping structure, because the restaurant says, no, everybody kind of splits bigger tips or just tips in general.
Yeah.
And then it kind of goes a little bit to everybody. She says, not really. That's not how that went. And then there's some controversy about the party that came there, because I think they planned to do this the whole time. But they said that they had checked in with the restaurant to make sure what was their policy for tipping. And they said that they had been told that no, this restaurant does not pool together tips like this and distributes to all of their staff.
Yeah.
Even though the restaurant is now saying no, they never got a phone call. They never got an email, and that this is their policy.
Well,
so she's not there anymore. And then the guy who gave the tip, the leader of that, supposedly then called to bring back the tip and to give it to her.
Yeah, well, it's an odd situation because even if you listen to this group that it's a, let's see, what was it? A real estate company? Yeah, a real estate company that was the big group of diners, the 44 people. They say they know servers were hit really hard through COVID, and it was something we came up with to help them give back. So in a way, it's a little odd that you would want, and now you're feeling weird because you're criticizing people that are just trying to supposedly do something nice and give a bunch of money to waitresses. But at the same time, it's like, well, wouldn't it be, I guess what I'm questioning is, did you call ahead? Like Nikki said, they were trying to organize this ahead of time and find a place that didn't split the tip money. But wouldn't it help more servers if you did split the tip money? You'd be helping more, but you'd be helping them less. How do you square that all away?
This is a lot of restaurant said, she said.
Yeah, right.
I don't even know if you can even get down to it, because there's so many people involved. And I don't know if you guys know this, but the larger amount of money that's involved with something, the more sticky it gets.
Yeah.
And again, since we've never served, I don't know policy for most places. But if if you can tip at a place, that's good. You just might have to realize that your tip might not totally go just to that one person.
Yeah, I don't know. Of course, every restaurant is different. I don't think I've ever experienced, like, I've been in places that had that just had tip jars, of course, and then everybody would split it.
Yeah.
But if it's a place that has where you're just supposed to tip your server, some places will split that and some places won't. And I wonder if some will have different policies because, it's just the luck of the draw. If you happen to be the person that night or the couple of servers that get the big group and all of a sudden you get this massive tip compared to the other server that was just stuck waiting like 2 tables.
Well, if you wait tables, let us know. Is that common at most places? If
how
not,
much does it suck?
Yeah.
Because it just sounds horrible either way.
So maybe what you should do is if you want to really tip somebody like really personally, maybe you just be like, psst, I come outside.
Yeah, right.
Just give them cash or something.
Yeah, well,
that might be the only way.
Well, that also seems sketchy.
It does, yeah.
Hey, why don't you come out back?
Okay,
I got a nice $20 for you.
No, I was meaning out front in broad daylight.
Yeah.
And just give the tip that way.
That could work too. It's just so hard to be nice. That's why I don't even do it.
Well, money brings out some difficulties with companies, restaurants, people, and then you don't know who's telling the truth.
And now everybody's under investigation. Even the people that tipped $4,400.
If you missed out on the next Riot moment when it originally aired, you don't know how lucky you are. You're listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Nikki, you spend a lot of time on TikTok.
I do. You mean that's where I get my news?
That's an inspiration.
It's inspiration.
Yeah.
If I need to, it's the new YouTube for me.
Yeah.
So if I want to find how to fix something, I can't watch it on YouTube. I need a shortened version of it.
Hey,
so I just go to TikTok.
That's exactly what this is all about. So this might be the perfect job for you. We have a website called materialsmarket.com. And they are looking for a TikTok hack reviewer.
Oh, to watch TikTok hacks?
They want you or whoever the employee would be to watch 10 hours of TikTok a day, it sounds like. Or
That's
I guess
not hard.
It's a 10-hour job a day. Maybe you don't have to spend the whole time watching TikTok. But if you do you know how many TikToks that is?
They say that you would need to watch and review that kind of DIY TikTok content for 10 hours a day. Challenge accepted.
That's not hard. That's like at least 600 TikToks probably.
Haven't you ever sat there one night? Well, probably not for you.
No.
I have totally sat down and just started watching TikToks. Hours have gone by.
Hours?
And then you resurface and you're like, okay, I'll go back and watch more.
I've never done more than an hour of TikTok. I'm pretty confident of that. But for you, you're already conditioned for this. You've been training, and now this is your job. Materialsmarket.com, they will pay you £50 per hour.
Yeah.
So that roughly is about $66 American per hour, which is pretty good.
Your brain might rot, but that's fine. You're getting paid.
Yeah, but think about you're watching these TikTok hacks all day long. Think about how much you'll know how to hack your life with all of in fact, you could make that the name of your column. I will take a portion of your $66 an hour
for the naming
if you call
rights.
it Hack Your Life. That'd be great.
Okay, my question is this. I can watch, DIY TikTok hacks for days.
Yeah.
And if they want to pay me each hour, that's fine. What else do I have to do, though? Do I have to review or write things?
That's the other thing. Yes, because your job would then be for each of the hacks that you stumble across that may be more interesting, you need to then test them out yourself and see if they actually work as promised.
Now I don't want to.
Yeah, that's where you hit the roadblock there.
You don't ever make work something that you enjoy the most. And I don't want to ruin TikTok by making that work. No, thank you. Not for $60 an hour.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like a lot of work, actually. Watching all that and then writing, like testing it and writing about it. When the truth is, I don't know if you've seen this on TikTok, Nikki, but there's one particular channel that comes up, what do you call them? Channels? one particular channel where it's two guys and they will take TikTok hacks and then test them out.
I've seen them.
Yeah, I guess they're pretty popular.
They should try to do this.
Yeah, well, they've already got it locked down. They don't even need to do any writing, so why do we need this website to do it for us?
If you are interested, the closing date is the 22nd, and you can apply at materialsmarket.com if you want to try to make this a career thing for you.
You're already watching all these TikToks anyways. You might as well get paid $60 an hour for it.
I don't know. I'd rather just watch 10 hours of TikTok just on my own.
Just for fun?
Just for fun.
Yeah. You don't mix work and play, I guess.
You don't. It just ends up with you having to find a new social media platform.
Yeah.
And there's nothing
for when
else.
you need to escape from TikTok. Right. You just need to leave work at work.
You've made it all the way to the end of the Worst of the Riot. This show only exists because of support from listeners like you. Find out more and help out at radiou.com/donate.